Why do the rich get richer? Being wealthy starts with having the appropriate mindset. Some people believe that getting wealthy is out of reach. The wealthy have completely different attitudes toward money than those who never achieve financial success. Why do the wealthy appear to become wealthier over time, while the poor seem to stay poor or even become poorer? Why do the wealthy accumulate wealth over time whereas the poor never see an increase in their net worth? If they do get a large sum of money, they quickly spend it on a new phone or on luxuries they don't really need. Assuming that essential necessities are met, rich and poor people view money in completely different ways. Let's investigate why the rich seem to keep getting richer while the poor remain stuck in poverty. They use debt in their favor. Most people consider debt to be a terrible thing because it costs money every month and is frequently mishandled. It's a simple way to buy items you can't truly afford. It would be lovely to have a new car, and all you have to do now is sign some papers and drive it away. Poor people seek credit as a way to get whatever they want without having to earn the money to buy it first. It should go without saying that if you don't have the ability to pay for an item, it's out of your reach. On the other hand, rich people leverage this to their advantage, typically through the acquisition of income-producing assets, or things that generate revenue. They might take out a mortgage to purchase a rental property that would pay off over time. Or instead of buying a new car with cash, they take out a low-interest loan so that the money can be utilized to expand a business, invest, or start a new business. Rich people know how to manage their debt and only use it to buy things they can actually afford or that will make them money. They prioritize investing. Poor people remain poor because they do not take the essential actions to increase their wealth. Poor people make excuses for themselves, claiming that they are unable to achieve success for a number of reasons. Everyone has the ability to become wealthy. Those who claim they cannot are typically afraid of failing or unwilling to put out the work required. Rich people are willing to make sacrifices and prioritize investment over spending. If they want to buy anything, such as a new vehicle, they'll find some way to earn money passively that will cover the cost of the car before they buy it. In other words, rather than being obliged to work harder, they will buy or construct income-generating assets that will pay for the item. This rise in income could come from stocks, real estate, or just increased earnings from a business. It takes a bit longer to purchase things this way, but having these expenses covered by passive income is well worth it in the long term. Poor people get the car and then work harder to pay for it. After 5 or 10 years, they will be worse than they were before. The wealthy are educated about money. Poor individuals stay poor because they lack the motivation to learn about money and how to use it to better their life. They are typically scared by money and afraid of failing, although practically everyone has access to financial education, the internet and YouTube. However, some people do not take use of it. "I don't care about money" is a typical remark used by poor people. Money, whether we recognize it or not, plays a significant role in our lives, regardless of where we reside. Money determines what you do throughout the day, what you drive, what you do for leisure, where you go, and what you eat, which affects a major part of your health. Consider for a moment what your lifestyle would be like if you had a limitless supply of money. People spend far more time than they realize thinking about money, so learning how to use it to better your life is fundamental. They generate various streams of income. Poor people are prone to have only one source of income and are poorly informed that in order to prosper, they must focus on diversifying their sources. If they need to take a sick day or want to take a vacation, the money stops flowing in completely. School taught you to have a good job that pays the bills, but they never taught you how to create several streams of income that pay you in a variety of ways. Most wealthy people have several sources of income, and money flows in a variety of forms, whether they're working full-time or taking a few weeks off. Even if one of their income sources diminishes, they are unconcerned because they know that at some point in the future, they will be able to supplement their income. The rich prioritize long-term profitability. Poor people frequently refuse to invest because they do not want to be bothered. It could take months or even years for them to see a return on their investment, which is simply too long. They think in the short term, preferring to spend and enjoy the money today. Rich people invest for the long term because they understand that the chances of seeing a good return on their investments are extremely high. No one likes to delay years to spend money, but what matters is that smart investments produce exponential returns. By delaying the purchase of a $40,000 car and investing the money instead, those investments will grow into a much greater sum in the future, allowing you to acquire a $100,000 car if chosen. Balance is important in life, as it is in everything else. You want to have money to spend now, but you also want to save money for the future and allow it to increase. The rich can create money for many years if they have a long-term vision, whereas the poor could care less about a decade from now. The wealthy are always looking for new ways to make money. Rich individuals are continuously looking for new methods to make money, and they realize that an opportunity could present itself at any time, so they are always ready to take advantage. When the stock market crashes, the wealthy seize the opportunity to earn enormous profits by purchasing stocks at a low price. They are also prepared for these events by having money on hand. This is the polar opposite of the poor, who are scared away from possibilities like this and may even sell their stocks to the wealthy for a pittance, assuming they own any at all. People frequently overleverage their homes by borrowing the highest amount possible, and when their single source of income is interrupted, they are compelled to hand it back to the bank, which will eventually sell it to wealthy investors seeking opportunities. These are obvious examples of wealth transfers from the poor to the rich as a result of financial deficiency. The wealthy recognize an opportunity and are prepared to grasp it. They are dedicated to their goals. The poor are satisfied where they are, at least to the point where they are unwilling to go to great lengths to change their situation. They waste their time watching television and wasting countless hours on social media, while the wealthy work longer hours, study, and grow. Sure, they'd like to be wealthy, it appears to be a dream come true from the outside, but once they learn how much time and effort it takes to achieve, they conclude it's not worth it. Rich individuals are dedicated to success and will go to great lengths to obtain it. Even if they fail, they will try again because they understand that everyone who has achieved huge success has most likely failed numerous times. People that are wealthy understand the value of money and how it can enhance their lives, which is why they work so hard to acquire it. Being poor is difficult, and being wealthy is difficult as well, so which would you choose to be? You could be struggling to pay your bills, living paycheck to paycheck in the hopes of not being evicted from your home, or you could be worrying about things that only the wealthy worry about, such as whether their investment will multiply, allowing them to reach new heights of financial stability. Remember what successful individuals do so that you might replicate their success. Following in their steps will ensure that you grow richer over time while others remain on their current track of poverty. Now you know why the rich get richer. In this next video, we go over 18 signs that you might become a millionaire.